Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Winged Supernova, and in this episode we're going to be talking about the new Scarlet and Violet trailer. I did record my reaction to it, but I mean, it was a little tame, I would think, for most other people, especially considering that, I mean, there's still people asleep in my house when I'm recording this. So we're still gonna go through what the trailer had, and we can really break this down in three different sections. We had new Pokemon, new characters, and new functionality sort of information about the game, and we're going to go in that order. So for the new Pokemon, I mean, we're just going to start with Lechonk. We're just going to start with Lechonk. I mean, that's a fantastic name. I mean, I'm not too crazy about the design of the Pokemon. I mean, it's just a little pig, right? That gets really scared, which is endearing in its own right. But I mean, I'm not gonna fawn over the design. I will fawn over the name though. That is hilarious. I love Lechonk. I will have to wait to see what Lechonk evolves into to really, put a full determination on that. But otherwise, Lechonk is fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen a Pokemon get their name revealed and then my brain immediately thinking, okay, you're automatically a mainstay of the anime. There's no way whatsoever that you are not going to be like one of the main Pokemon that's shown off in this anime. And then we also got information on two other new Pokemon here. One of them, I love its name too, Smoliv. Smoliv, the olive Pokemon. And then we also have the sort of electric rodent of the region, which is Pawmi. There's more information about them on the website as well, about what they do. Lechonk seems to be based off of a truffle pig from the region. And then Smoliv is, of course, based off of the ridiculously profitable olive oil industry in Spain. And then, as for other Pokemon, we did get our first look at the legendaries. And for Scarlet, you're going to have Koraidon, which is a fantastic looking design, by the way. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what it's based off of because I'm not a biologist. It almost looks like it has a whirlipede stuck in its chest. If you look at the spikes on that rotating sort of chest pouch there, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a whirlipede, and it reminds me of sort of like the older designs of dragons for ancient civilizations. And then you have Miraidon, which is sort of based on machinery, and if you get a close-up look of its eyes, they're actually digitized, which is very interesting. So you have this sort of dissonance between old ancient civilization and like the futuristic civilization, and that'll probably play into the stories as well, because moving right along, the next thing that we got to look at was characters. And the first thing they showed off was that there's going to be dual professors in this game. You're not going to have the same professor for both games. If you pick Scarlet, you're going to have the sort of cave woman inspired Professor Sada, who, I mean, they didn't back away from giving her a little bit of abs as well. So if you like that sort of thing, there you go. You got Professor Sada to go after. And then over here, the one that's getting memed to hell, Professor Turo, is going to be your professor in Professor Violet. Whoa, a little early for me. But he looks fantastic. He looks like he's wearing a Tron suit, which sort of blends into my idea that you're going to have past versus future in this game. And I think it's really interesting that they split the professors up, and it makes sense too, because, I mean, you're going to be entering a different school, sort of. Depending on which version you pick, you're going to be picking sort of the Violet school that has grapes in its crest, if you pick that version, and you're going to be picking the Scarlet school, which has sort of like a Sagrada. I think not Sagrada, Sangria, that's what it is. My apologies. The Sangria Orange. You're going to be having that as your symbol for your school if you pick that version up. But that wasn't the only character we got to look at. We actually got to look at our rival slash friend character, Nemona. And I love her design, by the way. I like her hair. I love her little arm sort of sleeve that she's got that ends in a glove there. And if you look at both the professor and Nemona, they've got this little bracelet band here, which reminds me of Mega Evolution. We'll see if that's the case, but I think it was very interesting to see that. And that's it for the characters. So moving on, let's just talk about the biggest part of this. This was on the website. They didn't expressly state this in the trailer, but they say that the world of Pokemon has evolved and that we're having an open world experience, completely open world. I mean, we had an indication that it was going to be open world to an extent. They're saying this is completely open world, especially the line here that says, you can experience a new style of adventure with a world that you're free to explore at your leisure and not in an order dictated by the story. And we got a shot of some gyms in the trailer too, specifically at least a grass gym, and then like looks at maybe like a rock and a fire area. I mean, we don't know if those are gyms or not, but considering it's shown off next to the grass gym, I would say it is, which means we can go challenge that stuff whenever we want. And if you checked out my wishlist video, that was one of the main things that I was looking for. I wanted to be able to go anywhere whenever I wanted to, and that is incredible. That right there makes me a million times more excited for this game than I already was. This is how Game Freak should have done, I think they should have done, Sword and Shield. And now that they're finally doing it, I mean, November 18th can't come quick enough for me. Absolutely. But that wasn't exactly everything that we got. We also got indication that we are going to be able to run around this open world with 3 friends. Yeah, online multiplayer is here. 4 players in one world can run around and do everything everywhere, or just split up like they did in the trailer, which I thought was pretty funny, and just go off on their own and talk in voice chat on Discord or something like that. It'll be a blast. And other than that, I mean, there's not too much to talk about. There was some returning Pokemon that we saw some indications of, but otherwise nothing too much. And there was a little tease at the end there with some crystal diamond sort of looking thing and the Pokeball flying in front of it. That will probably be indicative of whatever the gimmick is for this region. But as of right now, we know nothing about that. It's just rumors and leaks and things like that that have not been confirmed. But that's basically it for this one. I'm very much looking forward to this game. It's going to be fantastic. And if you are too, please stick around. We're going to be doing more content about everything video game that is coming out in the next couple of weeks, and all the way to the launch of these games later this year. So stick around and tune in for the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one.